chest day. I'm gonna start out with some wrists, a little bit of handstand, straight arm strength exercises, wrist slow downs, a little pancake stretching, some planche tucks, some handstand leans. Then we go into supersets, push-ups, lever, incline push-ups, military shoulder press, pike push-ups, straight shoulder press, then a handstand. And then to conclude for today, going on a run. 3 miles, maybe 4. Feels pretty good outside. It'll be cooler later, so that's gonna be nice. We're gonna get a sip here, get pumped up, ready to roll. We're gonna make this thing happen. That's good stuff. I don't know what day this is the workout, but we're keeping it going strong. A little bit of jacks, get warm. Let's get these wrists going. It was an interesting day yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Oh yeah. Yesterday I took a day off. I walked into the office and it was raining, so I elected to take a ride back home while I could and went to sleep early. And it turned out that it was needed. I ended up sleeping from like 5 to 8, woke up for a little bit, went back to sleep around 11:30. And next thing you know, finding myself with a decent headache at 5 in the morning. Supposed to get up and go for a run, but it was raining again. So we didn't go. Went back to sleep. Still had the headache around 10. Finally made it into work. It turned into a decent day. So I got double duty. Got to get my workout in for today and going to get a run in for today. We're doing them both. So the goal is to try to crush this workout. Take the steps, do what we can do, keep it pushing. I can say the amount of rest that I had over the last 24 hours, I feel it. Like my legs feel really good. Body feels good outside of the headache. Feeling really good all the way around. So take a rest day every now and then. Nothing wrong with that. Wednesdays happen to be the good ones for me because I go pretty heavy Sunday, Monday, Tuesday on the workout. And I mean, this time it was Saturday for 7.5 miles, about a little over 6 miles on Sunday with a workout on Monday and Tuesday. So yesterday was really, it was a perfect time to take a little break. All right, slow down, wrists are warm. Let's get this. Oh, I didn't find the balance point there at all. I got to run that back. I just want to get this thing out of my chin. Gotta find a good place to put it. Same thing there. It's all right. Bring it back. I see. Thanks. Trying to work that rep with the slow down. I got a lot to improve. Appreciate the encouragement. But we getting loose on that one. Gonna stretch and bring it back around. This is not the end. Shout out to my guy, Harold. This stretch right here, the pancake, I need to grab the weight for this. Make the most. We'll just get loose on the first one. I'll grab it for the next one. But you never really notice how sore. It's crazy how you can be walking around with different injuries and nicks and things that are just bugging you. And it's something that can actually be fixed as opposed to something that needs to take time to heal. This stretch and Harold helping me out with this stretch has saved my back twice. Once, lower back pain, I was holding on to for like 8 months. And with this stretch, with the assistance, my back adjusted. And then a couple days ago, he was helping me with the stretch again, and a pain that I'd felt pulling in my lower back on the right side, back adjusted again. So he's saving me from spending that money to go to the chiropractor. Shout out, Harold. The thing that we've really been trying to work on with this stretch in particular is not rounding shoulders when we go down, but aiming to get our core, like our stomachs, to the floor, not the chest. So it means being a lot more upright here and going down from that position as opposed to like this. That's the big change that I have to make if I want to be able to translate the flexibility and the strength here to the press. Stay dynamic with them stretches. Keeping it simple here. Appreciate it, Zoe. Thank you, Matthew Peter. What's up? All right, we'll go get a planche right now. Why not? We'll come back and get a lean. We just get warmed up either way, so. Now that I'm over here, I'll bring the bar back too. 2 for 1 special. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Going to the lean. Just building the strength in this position, not getting too excited or too hyped, but just getting comfortable with the wrist taking that heat. I'm gonna loosen this thing up too. So Apple isn't trying to call emergency services while I'm doing this. Hopefully I won't need them. That little pause there where my feet raise up. I need to lean a little bit more forward there, push a little bit more through. So it happens naturally. That's where I need to build the strength. All right. That was a nice little warm up. It's time to focus and get this balance going right. It's a good reminder, like, even though I'm trying to go through things a little bit faster, you can't rush good reps. You got to remember that sometimes. Quality over quantity. All right, here we go. Slow-mo part 2. Find a good distance here. That was it. Maybe a slight bit too close, but I was able to find the balance there. So that's what I want. I'll take it. Nah, we're not doing sports betting. Sorry, bro. Thanks for stopping by, though. All right. All right, so the idea here, once again, chest up. Don't arch going forward, but feel the pull from your lower back, not your upper back and your shoulders. Having the weight really helps because then you can feel the resistance And you can actually feel if you're arching or not. It's humbling too, because I'm sitting here reaching so much for the arch, but I'm not maximizing the stretch, and it isn't a sign of how flexible I actually am. So feeling that with the right form always comes back to the right form. But now here, even though I'm not as deep into this stretch, I'm feeling the stretch a lot more than I was before. Okay. Leave that there. I'm gonna lean first this time and then go for the planche. Yep, right there. That's where I need to build the strength. Shaking so hard through that. But if I can build it up there, just hold, now I'm in control. All right, another planche. Tuck. This will help too. A little more room to lean forward. All right, that's two. Let's get back on these wrists. 2 more rounds to find the sweet spot with the slowdown. Pulsing through these wrist stretches here. Palms down. Palms up. Wrist reverse. Dorsal. Fingertip push up, knuckle push up. Taking a rest definitely paid off. My wrists were hurting a lot from just this movement. I could probably stand another day off just to come back really strong, but not ready for that just yet. Fingertip push up. This one, whatever it's called. Oh, wrist rockers, that's 8. let this be your daily reminder that resting is just as important to your gains as the work you're putting in. All the tearing happens while you work out. All the healing and building happens when you rest and recover. So be really intentional about that. All right, let's do this. Let's try here. Right there. There you go. Feeling the balance, working the control. Easily best one by far. That's what it is. Pancakes again. Got the slow, that was a good one. Form over everything, chest up. Nice and straight. Sink into it. Keep adjusting and correcting as needed. You'll feel it. Where's the stretch happening? Lower back? You got it. Hamstrings? Yes, sir. It's a good one. All right. Throw a couple other leg stretches in here. QL is the one I was doing for that soreness in my lower right back when it turns out my back just needed an adjustment. A little butterfly. And we'll go pigeon. Pigeon. All right. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Go lean first, then we go over for the planche again. Find the sweet spot. Yep. Had it with that first, but that's good. Still don't need to move as fast. I can take some more time in the bottom there to keep building up that strength. In fact, I'm gonna do it one more time. the tendency, again, got to keep reminding myself, is to want to get out of that position as soon as possible. But I need to build the strength there. That's the base. If the base is strong, the basic move is strong, everything else on top of that that you build will be strong as well. Good stuff. Another planche. 3 down. So as you can tell, I'm here chilling with myself today. Today is like the first open gym of the season. So up the road at the school, some team members in town that'll be jumping in there to put some work in. It's gonna happen later in the day though, and because I need to do this and run, I opted not to go. But it's gonna be nice to get back in the mix with everybody again. I mean, tomorrow's the beginning of August. School starts in a couple weeks. It's flown by too fast. But good times coming, another round. You might catch me live streaming some of this season. Go check out the YouTube if you want to see the vlogs from last season, vlogging an entire year of gymnics. It was fun, and it was a good accomplishment. It was nice to be able to say that I did it, but I'll probably not be doing that again. So it is what it is. Wrists are feeling good. I'm gonna mix it up here. We're gonna get the lean, then the slow. This one I'm gonna try to go for it. And then I think that's what I should be doing. Try to go for it to feel it, and then come back and build the strength, get a couple extra reps in that base position to build strength. That's what I wanna do anyway. So we're gonna do it. That was a good rep. Build some strength. Keep it simple. All right. Let's go slow again. Give my wrist a second. All right, here we go. Also, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a big reason why it's been harder these last couple days, I've gotten a little bit outside of my diet and my body responds pretty quickly to the things that I eat. So I noticed that where this was a lot easier the last couple weeks, I was down close to 200. And these last few days, probably through most of this week, I've been close to 206. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking about doing handstand press work and all the weight is pushing down through your wrists, it all adds up. It all adds up. So I got to get my stuff back on track so I can accomplish what I'm trying to do. There you go. That's pretty smooth. All right. Pancake again. Bring the bar back into the mix. All comes down to how bad you want it, man. I got to get my macros, my carbs, and all that stuff right. Got to get back on tracking. Okay. Chest up. Feel that in the lower back. The hams. Lean with it, rock with it. Chest up. It's another good rep. That's not bad. Looking at the replay, inch by inch, step by step. Gonna keep working on this on a day-to-day basis. All right, that was a pancake. I'm gonna get at least one set of these stretches. Haven't done them yet. Quads want a little bit of love. Just a little bit. I think I need to be using the reverse or the slow down a little bit more to my advantage, because that same position where I'm leaning forward on the ground to press up. Let's see, how do I work this thing backwards? So I'm trying to build the strength in the position from the base when I'm actually pressing, right? But the balance is the last part. The balance tends to be the first part on the slow down, the reverse. But what I need to do is get out to the place where I can build the strength while my legs are still supported up there. Okay, that makes sense. So in other words, I might get a little bit closer to the wall, straddle and come part way down, but stay in the position where my body's locked out up here, like this. Because that's what it is on both ends, right? If I'm pressing here and going up, I'm trying to get out of that position so fast because I don't have the strength there yet. And when I'm doing the reverse coming down, I'm stronger at the top where the balance is, but when it comes down, I'm weaker because, again, I'm not strong enough in that base position. So the question becomes, how do I maximize the strength in that position on both moves, during both moves? All right. We're going to do this again, get a little, just a little bit of split action. And we're going to test this thing out. Hey man, this is intention. It's on purpose. No moves will be happening by accident in here. Be figuring out how it's done and going and making it happen. All right, so before I go and do this last planche, once again, here's the goal. I need to be closer to the wall to lean out over my hands. I need my shoulders to be out over. I need my hips to be out over, with my feet being the only thing back, still in contact with the wall. I need to hold that position there. I imagine it's gonna be difficult to hold, as it should be. But if I can get some time in that position, I think I'll be on my way to finding new ways to build strength there. All right, let's do this. Okay, so you come in a little closer. Straddle. Yep, out there. That's it. That's what I need to do. I don't know if you noticed, but my feet came off the wall almost automatically. My body wants to train in this position, but yeah, that's probably going to be the easiest way. The other two ways are good ways of drilling it there, but I need a little bit more strength to really get the most of it in those other positions. So here I can lean out and I can still work even on the balancing in that position, which is the same thing that'll be happening down here on the floor, except my feet will be down instead of up. But it's this position. Being okay and strong here. Push through all the way with my shoulders open, so that way my hips can just be a hinge for my legs to go up and down. Add a little bit every day. I see you. All right, let's get another planche in here. Then we move on to the meat and potatoes of this particular workout. Learning. I'll take this back over there one time. Keeping it moving. About 40 minutes in, which is good. It's about 10 minutes a set. pretty efficient so far. Good stuff. Excuse me. All right. So far, so good. Now we have 3 supersets of workouts. Fix this joint. That's better. Yeah. All right. So we have 3 supersets left. It'll be push-ups and lever. 4 sets of that. Then we have incline push-ups, military shoulder press. That's going up and out, down, out, and back. And then we have pike push-ups and shoulder press, regular shoulder press. And that's it. Those 4. So they get killed. This part goes quick too. So let's get to it, man. Lever. You got the ankle. Let's do it this way. That way you can see what's popping over here. All right. We go 1.5 minutes. Rest between each set. And I'm gonna bring back a fan favorite, something I haven't done in a while, which is pretty necessary. These bands to work my shoulders. Been getting really excited with all this handstand progress. And you can't get away from the basics. This raise helps build the shoulder stability, strength. especially with the shoulder injuries that I've had. It's a necessity. It's not optional. It's simple. It's not a lot of resistance. But the reality is, the muscles that this thing works out are not ones that people typically use often. So it doesn't take a lot to get a lot of burn. So many different things you can do with these. That's the shoulder raise. This one is the star. It's going out, up, 3 directions. Notice my left arm is staying stable in the same place. So I'm getting the range of motion on one side and the stability and the balance on the other side. We'll switch it up. I'll do internal and external rotations a little bit later. That's just a taste. Gives you some bands. I found these in TJ Maxx for like $5. All right, let's see where we at. We here? Is this the spot? This is the spot. Another lever. Let's go. Oh, the lever. Another minute and a half. And them lats will be screaming. All right. So we'll get some internal, external rotation. We got this guy here to help out. Really simple stuff. Tie your band around something. Let it be nice and stable. And boom. Internal. Try to keep that elbow tucked in. You can adjust the resistance and the difficulty by either stepping further away to make it harder or stepping closer. You don't have to reach out so far with the band because then you're standing halfway across the gym when the adjustment could have been a lot easier. And the opposite, you just flip over. Same thing, elbow tucked in. The external rotations are typically harder. Think about it in the same way like when we pull with our biceps. It's a lot stronger than the straight arm strength. People will be able to get like a pull-up before they can do a planche or a handstand. Shoulders back and down. Takes a little bit of everything to build comprehensive strength. My shoulders are sore already. I still got like many sets to go. This is the hardest one for me right here. The tendency, I don't know if you can tell, but tendency is to like arc your wrist out this way. I have to stay really conscious because I'll just do it. But keep your arms straight as you go. Boy, that burn from some bands. Shoulders cooking. All right, set 3 incoming. And I'm writing this down too. Shoulder bands. I'm gonna keep track of this because I haven't done this. Man, I don't know how many weeks it's been since I've done these. They necessary go. Okay. Third set. Levers again. Screaming lat time. It's another move. There's a couple of these where the resistance bands, like the loops. There's some good variations you can use with a bar to get more reps and good time under tension. And that's something I need to work on so I can break through kind of these barriers where I am with these moves. The press, there's a good band variation. Handstand, there's a good one. Levers for sure. Doing a little bit more internal and external rotation off to the side here. Seconds. I need to charge this thing up while I'm thinking about it.
right, one more for levers. Yeah, I think I've really struggled on figuring out how to use the bands to my advantage there, but it really does end up being a plateau because I'm getting strong in that position with the tuck, but I need a way to extend my legs and still get some quality time there. So I could probably throw some negatives in there too. Those would be helpful. Gotta mix it up. Can't do too much of the same thing. In some cases, your body gets used to it and treats it like it's the end as opposed to a means to an end. And you get stuck on stage one instead of progressing through to stage 4. All right. Got inclines next. Military shoulder press. I'll grab the weights and bring them over here in a second. But yeah, we'll do these here. Minute and a half. Excuse me. Moving right along, but what I'm thinking about is food. Not in the sense of eating, but in terms of like, what are the adjustments I need to make to put myself where I want to be in terms of my body composition, weight, compared to strength. Because if I can get a hold of that, that's one of the things that'll make all this stuff I'm doing so much easier. I have the strength, but right now I'm training with my body weight. So I'm developing strength at that level. But if I were lighter, it would just be easier. So all that to say, I was thinking of hitting up the shop and grabbing a couple burgers because Thursday is usually my, the end of the week is upon us day. But I can't. It's going to be oatmeal and a protein shake tonight. And some cranberries. and some honey. I got to keep it simple. All right, let's see. All right, incline. Using the rollers helped on my hamstrings too. They had been like super tight for most of the summer, but being on the roller just this week has helped tremendously. So that's something where I'm like, yeah, gotta keep that up. It's the little things, you know? It's the little things that make the big difference. Okay, let's do this. Ink, ink, ink. Inclines. Right now I'm putting check marks in the book. Next week, I'm gonna have to start writing numbers. It's time to start measuring this progress. 72. Yeah, I'll let that go for a little more, then plug this thing in. All right, we're gonna work with 15s here. Should just do 10s. Just focus on the form. Not trying to do anything crazy here, but definitely want to focus on the form as opposed to throwing up weights for the sake of throwing up weights, because that doesn't help anyone. That's good. Not bad with the form there. Good clean reps. Keep it simple. Minute and a half. We'll do it again. Forty seconds. Just keep it going. Back here. Yeah, man. One minute. Ten seconds. Game time. Third set. for that extra resistance. Okay. Minute and a half, let's go. Making great progress here. One more set of this, 4 sets of the other one, and then we go for a run. Forty seconds. Five. Boy, I'm not even to pike push-ups yet. But strengthening the shoulders, man, it's necessary. Gotta put the work in. If you want the goal, gotta risk it for the biscuit. You know about them biscuits. Be good with those. Let's bring these back. All right, we're gonna rock some 25s for the shoulder press. All right, minute and a half here with these last 4 going. It must be done. Uh, I was gonna say. Is that making it easier or harder to decide? Yes, sir. Till next time. Always. It must be done, man. I'm trying to inspire and motivate. Mm. All right, last 4 supersets. We got pike push-ups and shoulder pressing. Ooh. Pressing X pressing. Same move in different ways. Let's see here. Hollow core. Elbows in. Cooking. 3 more sets, a few more reps. I said elbows in. I'm looking at the replay now. My elbows all out. We'll figure it out. "45 seconds. You want an easier variation of this, you have the band again. And essentially you're going to do the same press movement with the band. I guess my elbows are as in as they'll be. But I do feel a little bit of a shift. My shoulder kicking out a little bit once it gets to that breaking point. All right, there's time. So I'll go a couple of these just to stay even. Here we go. A little 5x5 action. Minute and a half. Halfway home. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go lighter and try to stay really in. 1 minute. Yes. Yes. Absolutely not. All right, 20 seconds. All right, 5, 4, back to pikes. Shoulders feeling it. It's all right. A few more reps. Three down, 1 to go. I would say almost home, but it's really almost time for a run. Gotta love it. Forty seconds. Crisp 76 degrees. Better than the 80 some it was a couple days ago. Hopefully a bit cooler. Shoulders are burning. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Last one. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, that's that. Go one handstand here to burn it out. Then it's running time. 45. Not bad. I'll take it. So that's it for in here. Now it's time to go out into the elements for at least 3 miles. Get my shoes on. I thought it looked like that, but I'd never seen it used, so I didn't know. Okay. Okay. Oh. Gym next? Nest. Got you. And then it just connects with Bluetooth and I can control it? Nice. I'm gonna use that. I feel like that'll make some of these workouts a lot more efficient, just having them on a clock. I like that. Yes. Okay, Greg. See, look at that, man. If you weren't in here today, I wouldn't have learned that. I know. All right, let's do this. Let's switch this up. Where am I? We're gonna see if this works. Think we still live? I think so. Guess I can't do that. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna go do it. See you on the flip side. Peace.